So, you have 1,000 to spend on a baller gaming rig. What did you get? Well, let's get into it. Okay, so €1,000 for a gaming rig. Now that is pretty standard, if I do say so myself. It is the mid-tier gaming PC. It is the bang for buck, usually. Anyways, what should you get? Now, I'm gonna start this list off with the processor, which I think is an amazing value processor right now, going on Amazon, I think used, but still gone on Amazon for €135 as of recording. The Core i5-10400F, 6 cores, 12 threads, and that is amazing value for 130. If you do spend 150, you will get it new. 150 is still amazing value for 6 cores, 12 threads. Just putting out there that you can buy it used. So next we're going for the RAM. The RAM is going to be 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz Corsair Vengeance DDR4. Why Corsair Vengeance? Simply because it is the best value RAM kit. So best value RAM kit, tightest timings, speeds, you know, all the good stuff you want out of RAM. It's also 16 gigabytes, 2 sticks of it. It's gonna be perfect. The motherboard we have chosen for this is an ASUS. It's one of the ASUS boards. Next is the power supply. The power supply is an EVGA W1 600 watt power supply. This is my go-to power supply. I told you guys last video, it just is my go-to power supply. There's no replacing it. It's 600 watts, 80 plus, and it is from EVGA, who is an extremely reliable brand. So you know it won't blow up in your face after 2 weeks. Next, the case. The case, it's really up to you, to be honest, because at this price, you kind of have a bit more flexibility on your case. I personally would go for a case with more airflow, like the Corsair. What's it called? It's that one Corsair case. It's got 3 fans at the front. Oh wait, I think I have it here. Yes, the Corsair Carbide Spec Alpha. I just put up the list here. Yeah, the ASUS motherboard was B460. So it's just Prime 460M. Just making sure that it was it again. So Corsair Carbide Series Spec Alpha case is what I chose. And storage. Storage is pretty cool. I went for a Kingston A400 480GB SSD. Of course, storage is very upgradable, and all you need is SATA cables that came with your motherboard and the SATA cable that comes with the SSD, if it does come with the SSD. Yeah. Next, I chose a cooler for this one because why not? And I personally like the look of AIOs, so I decided to go for a 120mm AIO. Why? Just honestly, it's my personal preference. You could go with the Intel stock cooler. It worked perfectly fine with the 10400F. It can get a bit noisy if you do game with it, but it is otherwise perfectly fine. You can save yourself about like 45-50 euros by not going with the AIO, so that is completely optional right there. So the last bit, the graphics card. This is what everyone's here for. This is, like, you can't get graphics cards because they're hella expensive right now. Like, prices are way higher than they should be. Sadly, this is where, yeah, there are compromises. The best graphics card you can get for this price point is an RX 580 4GB or an R9 290X 8GB or R9 390. These go for about 300, which is not a good price, but it's all we can do. There's not much I can do, not much you can do. So 300 is your graphics card budget if you do go for the AIO. If you don't, you have a slightly extended budget, 350, which is pretty good. 350 extra budget, 50 plus on top of the 300. I mean, you will be maybe able to get a better version of those cards. There's not a lot of choice. So that's the €1,000 build. What will be able to play with this build? Practically any game. Name a game and the RX 580 will crush it. Of course, this is a 4 gig version, so some games you will have to turn the textures down. But for games like GTA 5, you can run at max settings, no problem whatsoever. Because you know, it's GTA. It's not that hard to run. Then, I mean, you can practically play any game. Cyberpunk 2077, you can play on low, medium settings. Of course, textures, you're gonna have to keep them on the medium to low side, because like a VRAM. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this build guide, I'd say. It's a kind of more of a list. If you guys want me to go more in depth as to why this is not exactly a good value, even though, you know, I made a video about it, it's not really good value. I'm gonna go into it in another video, so stay tuned. If you like the video, please hit that like button, it really does help. Subscribe for more, and see you guys next time. Peace out.